look at the whole, for me, it's really extremely very worrisome when I see a number of the people here. We're talking about how we can move the North forward. This is one of the most important roundtable meetings in the east of northern Nigeria. Unfortunately, when I came in yesterday and today, we're talking about moving the North forward. But where are the major stakeholders? I also inquired from the organizers, and I was informed that virtually every governor was invited. All the business communities from northern Nigeria were invited. All the critical stakeholders from northern Nigeria were invited. And this invitation came to us precisely about a month or 2 months ago. Unfortunately, most of these people are not here today. The question I'm trying to ask, are we really ready? Some people sat here and said we should not lament. How can we not lament? We must lament before we can move forward. We can remain in denial and continue to hold this kind of roundtable, but in the next 5 days, we will not be sleeping in the house with our eyes closed if we continue like this. That is a compromise. And in the next 10 years, there may never be enough completely. That is a fact. Most of the speakers sitting here, they informed us, they're experts. I was really impressed by the comments by Wazir Bauchi, and I listened to what he said, the speech by the Vice President, and the intervention, even by the chairman of the BOT, the ACF. The facts are there for us to see. But if you look at the richest men in Nigeria, mention only 10, 5 are from northern Nigeria. And we're talking about skills-based education. We're talking about industries in northern Nigeria. We cannot do that without carrying along the business communities in northern Nigeria. And today, I was shocked from yesterday to today, I have not seen any of them sitting here. Well, let's call a spade a spade. We should tell ourselves the truth. We cannot be sitting down. But I can tell you, next Friday, if there's any major wedding, either in Kaduna or Kano or Sokoto, you will see private just landing. Yet, we're talking about northern Nigeria. Let's call a spade a spade. Yesterday, His Eminence Sokoto made it clear here that no one is afraid of anyone, which is true. I was extremely happy with his own comment. But again, we should tell ourselves the truth. The Vice President of the Front of Nigeria was here yesterday, physically. Today, he sent our elder brother, Dr. Hakim Baba, to attend. He's been here since morning. Why can't our people be here? Why are the former governors? Why are the current governors? Why are our ministers? We have to call it. So if we don't look at this and address this problem, like I said when I met the Arab Consulting Forum in Kaduna 2 months ago, I made it clear to them. They can recall what I told them. There may never be not in the next 10 years if we don't address these problems. That is a fact. Let's go back to the point of my sister, Professor Jalina. She made it clear to all of us. And she made a very profound intervention here. But are we really ready to look at that? Let me say it. We talk about financial exclusion. All she was talking about mostly was about financial exclusion. Our people have no access to credit. Today in Nigeria, we have about 4,000 national banks in Nigeria. How many are there in northern Nigeria? Only about 20% of those banks are in the 19 northern states of Nigeria. Why? No northerner, as we're speaking, as of today, owns a national bank in Nigeria. Can we not look at ourselves and ask ourselves, why is our investment? Why are we not going to sit down and tell our business people, the rich men we're talking about, to invest in those areas? Again, we're talking about poverty, talking about education. Since yesterday, we're talking about the UNICEF indices that says about 18. Today, some says 15 million, but I can tell you, as of today, it's about 18.3 million as of the current statistics by the UNICEF. And out of the 18.3 million, 14 million are domiciled in northern Nigeria. And when we're talking about skill-based education, is the way to go. And I'm happy a lot of states are doing that. I can talk about Borno State. I've been following what they're doing. They're investing a lot in skill-based education, which is commendable as far as I'm concerned. Again, because of that, in Kaduna, we have been, as we are speaking, we are building 3 skill acquisition cities in Kaduna. That every year we want to graduate at least 12,000 youths. And we are partnering with the National Board for Technical Education. We are very lucky. From northern Nigeria, we have Professor Idris Bagaji, who is presented here. You cannot have a better person in terms of skill-based education in Nigeria than Professor Idris Bagaji. And he's from northern Nigeria. And he has been going around on a daily basis, calling our people to leverage on that opportunity. Nobody listens to him as we are speaking. So I think if we want to move our region forward, we have to look at that. Again, we're talking about the problem. I will still insist on telling the truth. Most of our people, when they leave office, they forget that as far back as just 1999, those developmental indices, when you look at it, North was not as bad as it is today. North was okay. The poverty level in 19 northern states were about 40% only as of 1999. Today, the average is about 75%. That is the situation we're facing in northern Nigeria. The poverty level is 75%. And look at also the economic indices. Nigeria is the most cashless country in the whole world, as we are speaking. And when I'm talking about the banks, we're only talking about the National Bank. Look at also the microfinance bank as we're speaking. 95% of the microfinance banks are not in northern Nigeria. That is a sad situation. And if you look at that, our people, most of their businesses are with cash. We don't have the banks, we don't have the financial institutions. We have about 100 million, 100 trillion as per the currency in Nigeria as of today. Only about 4.7 trillion in circulation. The remaining are in the banks. And we don't have banks in northern Nigeria. We are financially excluded. How do we exist? How do we survive? How do we address poverty? How do we support our smallholder farmers? We're talking about also the insecurity. Let me dwell on that. Because when you're talking about skill-based education, everything revolves around one thing. We cannot address one issue in isolation. The problems are genuine. You have to address them together. Insecurity. Let's not forget. If we have been having this kind of roundtable in the last 10 years, we could not be sitting down as far back as 2015. I know that's why I sympathize with my brothers in the Northeast, because we battle a lot of problems of Boko Haram, just like the Vice President. My brother, His Excellency Zulum, can say that. But in the Northwest, where we come from, as far back as 2015, there was nothing called kidnapping, banditry, or insurgency. We drive from Kaduna to Benangwari in the night, 2015. We traveled from Kaduna to Giwa, to Yakawada, to Kachia, freely without any issue of kidnapping. As of 2016, we started witnessing something called cattle rustling. You all remember. From cattle rustling, it now become kidnapping, banditry, and as at that time, let me recall what happened at that time. We were talking, we were lamenting, like you said, we shouldn't lament, we must talk. Today, when I saw my brother sitting here, I talked to him and said, I'm not going to speak as a governor. I will speak as a civil rights activist. I was together with him. We fought for the term of democracy together with him. And that is the reason why I'm worried. 2016, there was nothing called insurgency in northern Nigeria. But recall, the president was from northern Nigeria. The NSA was from northern Nigeria. The Minister of Police Affairs from northern Nigeria. Minister of Defense from northern Nigeria. Chief of Minister from northern Nigeria. Chief of the Air Staff from northern Nigeria. Controller General of Customs from northern Nigeria. Controller of Immigration from northern Nigeria. And we're here thinking that someone will come from Lagos or from Anambra or from Delta to solve our problem. Let's all respect. We should sit down and look at ourselves in the mirror. We folded our arms and let our people down. Let's accept it. All of us, those that are here, and some of us, and those that are not here, I believe we let our people down. We, the political leaders, the business communities from northern Nigeria, and to some extent, the traditional institutions. Yesterday, His Eminence was for power. And I think we should be speaking like that. We can't sit down and say, because I'm a traditional ruler, something is going wrong, I will not speak out. They must speak out. Because we need traditional institutions to function if we want to address the public security. You need them at least for intelligence gathering and sharing. Because whenever a criminal gets into a community, the first person that can identify him is the traditional institution, because there are people that know who is a stranger and the characters of everyone within the community. And we must always encourage the traditional institution and support them to take their rightful position if we want to move our country forward. Having said that, I want to thank everyone, and I want to also implore all of us, particularly all our organizations, the ACF, the Southern Memorial Foundation, and all different organizations conversing for the interests of Northern Nigeria to come together. We have a common agenda, common problem, and the solution must be only one solution. And I think we must work together. Thank you all, and God bless you. Thank you.